Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of South African Craft Beer Tasting. Alright, today we've got an exciting one, local Joburg beer. I always like tasting Joburg beers, and I'll just put it out there, it's because there aren't that many to choose from, to be honest. What we've got is the Copperlake English Ale. That's what it looks like right there. I've been a fan of this English Ale actually since it came out. Great beer altogether. It's a 4.5% ABV. It says mild fruity hop aroma, light copper color with moderate white head, low carbonation, medium bitterness and maltiness, and easy drinking beer. And that about sums up what an English bitter or English ale is supposed to be. I do know, well, as far as I remember having chatted to the guys over there, that they use local hops, which obviously, you know, increases the availability and brings down the cost a little bit. But that being said, you'd be surprised because you really do get an almost, dare I say, East Kent type aroma and flavor from it. Alright, let's pour it right there where you can see in the light. But there we go, that's what it looks like right there. Hope you can see that nicely. That's what I expect from an English ale there, or a bitter. It looks like a fantastic beer. Nice slightly off-white head there. Usually I'd go into the smell first and then we'd talk about the style, but because I'm just waiting for this head to subside, let me go right into the style. Okay, an English bitter or English ale is, yeah, supposed to have a little bit of crystal malts in there generally, has a little bit of crystal in there, brings out a little bit of malt sweetness. It's balanced a touch more towards the malt, I would say. But yeah, as I say, balanced nonetheless. They often use things like Target, Challenger, and East Kent in there. That's just the standard English hops that people use. Low carbonation, because that's how it would have been traditionally, and low alcohol, which allows you to sit and drink a whole bunch of them, which is sort of the thing in England, you know, sessionable beer and that sort of thing. Let's go ahead and give that a smell and see what we get. Okay. I'm going to try and warm that up a little bit. Just get a little bit. Warm this thing up a little bit. Yeah, and I'm getting a little bit more yeast character doing that as you would when you warm up a little bit. And I'm liking that smell. What I'm picking up straight off the bat there is surprisingly, I wouldn't say American hops, but it's surprisingly fruity, which is not weird for East Kent. East Kent can be quite fruity. A lot of English hops can have a fruitiness to them. So that's what I'm picking up, and that's not a bad thing. I'm picking up an apricot, peach, and you know, on the ester side, and with and on the hops there. And as far as I know, the last time I chatted to them, they said they were local hops, so they're doing a fantastic job at bringing out those fruity flavors in the local hops. All round, lovely nose there. I almost get a slight sweet basil, which is as far as I know, that's the dried version of basil. It's not the fresh basil. Let's jump right in. Cheers. All right. Low mouthfeel. I'm not expecting a ton of mouthfeel, but I think I would expect a tiny touch more than what I'm getting here. But that being said, I actually have had them sometimes in the past where I've had a bit more mouthfeel from them, so that's a little bit different there. Let me see if I can just get a little bit shake up going, and you can't see, there's no carbonation currently. It's crazy. Yeah, it was all that carbonation, and I don't know what happened because I poured it, and there clearly was a bit of carb. I didn't pour it that fast. I mean, I poured it reasonably fast, but nothing that I don't usually do with a beer, and it hit the bottom there and it just went crazy, and there's no carb left in there whatsoever. A low bitterness, not too much on the flavor side of the hops, not too much on the finish of the hops, but decent aroma and easy drinking. I'm getting all of that. As I say, pretty unfortunately the carbs just dropped right out there. Very low maltiness, very low malt backbone there. Just, I mean, as low as the hops, which is really low. Surprised at the ABV on this actually. At 4.5, I would put this at about 3 if I had to guess just off the top of my head with my taste buds. I'm getting that slight basally retro nasal thing going on as I breathe out through my nose. Getting that slight basil coming off the top there. Alrighty, I like that beer. Let me just put it this way. I'm actually quite a big fan of this beer when I'm out, especially when I'm at the Copperlake pub and it's fresh on tap there. But that being said, I'm gonna put it straight out there that this bottle is probably quite old. I don't think there's any dates there. Oh, there we go. Okay, well it says it's got a best before date of 19th of July 2017, which, to put in perspective in case you're watching this way after I publish it, to put in perspective, it's still late June right now. You know, it's going on the end of the month now in June, so it's saying it has about 20 more days that it should be good. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that this bottle might have been mistreated. I bought this one at Spa Tops at Pine Slopes Fourways, and yeah, I think there might be something up with this bottle. Maybe it was mistreated, maybe it's just a dud bottle by chance. Nothing flavor wise that's knocking it wrong there, but yeah, the carbs really just knocked right down there before I even got a chance to taste it. And yes, my pour wasn't perfect, but that being said, I poured some more in from the last batch and it didn't make too much of a difference. Also, I'm just not getting that full flavor like I usually expect from this exact beer. That I've had it a bunch of times, not getting that as much. Even the hops aren't as pronounced as usual, and I'm not really positive what that's about. Yeah, I hate to get an example of their beer, which I know doesn't stand for their brewing abilities and their caliber as a brewer. So that's what it feels like on this one, unfortunately. But that being said, I rate on the beer, on the bottle I get. If I ever give a rating, yeah, where I think the bottle might have been funky or not as great as it should be, what I do is I review it again at some other point. But I do give a rating on the one that I'm drinking. So let me just have one more sip and we'll go into ratings. Okay, based on this bottle and what I'm getting from them, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it a 2 out of 5. I know that's not a great mark, and I know that's not indicative of Copperlake's brewing ability and this actual beer. I've had it so many times and it's been an easy 4 out of 5 easy on other occasions. But that being said, I can only judge with what I've got right now. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, guys. I really appreciate seeing the subscribes. It means I know you're watching and that you're trying to keep an eye out for my videos. Thanks for everything and all the support so far, to all the guys out there that have helped out and all the friends in the brewing community and all that. Cheers.